Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we are cutting through the noise and focusing strictly on performance. We are looking at 6 specific tools that have redefined what it means to run a handgun at speed. Modern pistol design has pushed the envelope to a level we simply did not see a decade ago. We are no longer just talking about mechanical reliability, that is the baseline. Now the conversation has shifted to split times, recoil mitigation, and optic integration. The market has been flooded with competition-driven features bleeding into duty-grade weapons. We are seeing red dots moving from the race holster to the appendix rig. We are seeing recoil systems that are so refined they almost cheat physics, keeping the muzzle flatter and the sights returning to zero faster than human reflex alone can account for. The end result is a generation of firearms that stay flatter, reset quicker, and cycle with a rhythm that allows a shooter to push their limits. We are going to break down 6 of the absolute fastest running handguns available on the market right now. This is not about brand loyalty. This is about the engineering of speed. First on the table is the Springfield Echelon. It is built around a 9mm frame feeding from either a 17-round or a 20-round magazine, but the heart of this beast is what Springfield calls the Central Operating Group. This is a self-contained, serialized stainless steel chassis that allows the shooter to completely swap out the grip module. This is not just a gimmick for customization. It allows you to tune the physical dimensions of the grip to fit your hand as if the weapon were molded specifically for your palm. When you are chasing speed, that interface between flesh and polymer is where the battle is won or lost. What truly locks the Echelon into the high-performance category is its exceptional recoil control. The engineers at Springfield designed this with a remarkably low bore axis and a recoil spring assembly that has been meticulously tuned to the slide mass. When you break a shot, the muzzle rise is negligible. The gun does not snap, it pulses. This means that if you are running a full magazine, the pistol stays in rhythm, refusing to jump out of your grip or disrupt your sight picture. Furthermore, the Echelon solves one of the biggest headaches in the modern optics era. It utilizes the variable interface system. This system allows users to mount more than 30 of the most popular red dot sights directly to the slide without the need for adapter plates. By eliminating the plate, you lower the optic's height over bore. This might seem like a minor detail, but when you are presenting the weapon from the holster, a lower optic sits more naturally in your line of sight, allowing for an instinctive, rapid acquisition of the dot. Combined with a trigger that features a crisp, distinct break and a short, positive reset, the Echelon does not just tolerate speed, it demands it. It handles like a tuned competition rig while maintaining the rugged reliability of a full-size duty pistol. Moving down the line to our second contender, we have the Tisas PX-5.7. When this pistol dropped in 2024, it caught a significant portion of the shooting community completely off guard. The surprise was not merely due to the chambering, but rather the sheer performance it delivered relative to its price point. This platform runs the 5.7 by 28mm cartridge. For those uninitiated with this round, it is blistering fast, shoots razor flat, and produces remarkably light recoil. However, the platform itself is what harnesses that ballistic potential into usable speed. You are getting a 20-round magazine as the standard, which means you can stay on target for exceptionally long strings of fire before you ever have to think about a reload. The engineering behind the PX-5.7 utilizes a polymer frame to keep the overall weight down, but it pairs this with a delayed blowback operating system. This is the secret sauce. The delayed blowback mechanism keeps the recoil impulse soft and, more importantly, keeps the muzzle level. When you are firing a high-velocity round like the 5.7, that lack of muzzle flip allows for follow-up shots that are almost instantaneous. The trigger is clean with a predictable break, and the grip geometry feels natural in the hand, which is a significant achievement considering that many pistols chambered in this caliber tend to feel blocky or elongated due to the length of the cartridge. Tisas has managed to create a grip that allows for high manipulation speeds without fighting the ergonomics. It is quick, it is steady, and it runs like a purpose-built speed gun that bridges the gap between a defensive tool and a ranged toy. Now let us talk about combining raw horsepower with speed. That brings us to the FN510 Tactical. Released in 2023, the 510 Tactical proves that you can run a heavy-hitting 10mm cartridge fast and still maintain combat-effective accuracy. This beast rides on a full-sized polymer frame, providing the necessary real estate to control the weapon. The barrel length is 4.7 inches, threaded from the factory, which gives the 10mm round enough dwell time to achieve optimal velocity. In terms of capacity, you are looking at 15 rounds standard or a staggering 22 rounds with the extended magazine. That is a serious payload of one of the most powerful semi-automatic service cartridges in existence. Where this pistol separates itself from other 10mm handguns is in its recoil management. FN has engineered a spring system that is incredibly stout, designed to absorb the violent energy of full power loads. The frame has just enough mass, and the grip texture is aggressive enough to lock your hand in without being abrasive. This combination tames the snap of the 10mm, converting what would usually be a violent muzzle flip into a manageable push. This allows the shooter to track the sights through the recoil arc and get back on target with shocking speed. It comes optic ready with the low-profile mounting system from FN, and suppressor height night sights are standard. Every control is ambidextrous, ensuring that no matter your dominant hand, you can run this machine at full throttle. The 510 Tactical blends speed, precision, and raw force into a package that is ready for serious defensive or duty use. Taking the number 4 slot is the Walther PDP Match. This pistol is not just another entry in the Performance Duty Pistol series, it is a weapon purpose-built for shooters who live and breathe speed. Walther dropped this model in late 2023, taking everything that was successful about the PDP lineup and cranking it into overdrive. It runs in 9mm and is built on a full-size frame with a 5-inch barrel. That extra length provides an extended sight radius for iron sight shooters, better overall balance, and a flatter recoil impulse due to the added weight at the muzzle end. Capacity comes standard with 18-round magazines, ensuring you have the fuel to run hard. However, the defining feature of the PDP Match is the trigger. Walther has gifted this gun with one of the slickest striker-fired triggers you will find on a production pistol. It features minimal take-up, a glass rod clean break, and a lightning-fast reset. It practically begs you to shoot faster. The grip texture is equally impressive. The Performance Duty texture consists of a tetrahedron design that does not just sit against your skin, it bites in and stays planted. Even when your hands are sweating from running back-to-back drills, the gun does not shift. Add in an optics-ready slide with deep-cut serrations for positive manipulation, and you have a sidearm that is lightning out of the holster. I ran it hard on steel, and this machine does not just keep up with you, it feels like it speeds you up. The balance and the soft recoil keep your red dot locked right where it needs to be. Sliding into the 5th spot is pure Italian aggression. The Beretta 92 X Squalo. New for 2024, the Squalo, which translates to shark in Italian, is not a mild upgrade to the classic 92 series. It is a dedicated race gun wearing the skin of a legend. This is a 9mm single-action-only build designed specifically for shooters chasing split times. The heart of this system is the brand new Xtreme S trigger. It is sharp, it is short, and it resets so fast it feels like the gun is reading your mind. By eliminating the double-action pull entirely, Beretta has created a consistent, light trigger press from the first shot to the last. You are getting a full-length dust cover with a Picatinny rail, which adds non-reciprocating mass to the front of the frame, further dampening muzzle rise. A fiber optic front sight is paired with an adjustable rear sight for precision. The aesthetic is undeniable. The whole pistol carries an aggressive blackout race gun look, accented with red highlights that scream performance. But the real surprise is how smooth it runs. That full steel frame, combined with the single-action-only system, tames recoil to the point where target transitions feel effortless. It stays flat, it stays locked in, and it runs like a tuned competition rig right out of the box. Finally, at number 6, we have one of the most interesting comeback stories in the handgun world, the Daniel Defense H9. Daniel Defense took the DNA of the old Hudson H9 and rebuilt it from the ground up for 2024. It is still striker-fired and chambered in 9mm, but it carries the ergonomics and grip angle of a 1911. That mix creates a pistol that feels both familiar and completely different. The secret to its speed lies in the bore axis. It is insanely low, sitting practically level with your grip. Physics dictates that the lower the bore axis, the less leverage the recoil has to flip the muzzle upward. Instead of muzzle flip, the recoil drives straight back into the web of your hand. This makes rapid fire and transitions buttery smooth. You are running a 15-round magazine paired with a flat-faced trigger that breaks crisp and resets fast. Deep slide serrations make manipulation easy under stress, and the aluminum frame adds just the right amount of weight to stabilize the gun without making it too heavy for carry. What really makes it shine is how naturally it handles. The first time you pull the trigger, it clicks mentally. You instantly know this gun was designed for speed. Daniel Defense did not just revive the H9, they gave it real teeth. It is fast, precise, and has enough personality to stand tall in a market full of polymer clones. These 6 platforms represent the pinnacle of current handgun technology when it comes to cycle rate and shooter control. From sleek 5.7 platforms to hard-hitting 10mm hammers and finely tuned polymer blasters, this list proves just how far handgun technology has pushed the envelope. Now it is your turn. Which of these 6 would you trust to burn down a timer or defend your life? Do you prefer the raw power of the FN, the precision of the Walther, or the mechanical innovation of the Daniel Defense? Drop your choice in the comments below. I want to hear your pick. Do not forget to hit the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and share this video with your buddy who is still saying 6 shots is enough. Stay sharp, stay dangerous, and as always, keep sending it down range.